Um, Welcome to Grinding Our Balls.
There's no gonna be grinding of balls. I don't do that.
You don't know that?
And neither does. No, I know that. And neither does Gage.
That's my name. I'm Gage.
Plug yourself.
CatComixzStudios on everything basically. I'm starting a comic soon. Well, soonish. Whatever.
And I'm a dying YouTube channel that never even lived in the first place. I'm Goopy Gum. Coleplots 10, Coleplots 109. Oh wait, that's not mine. That's my friend's.
Way to plug your friends too.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Convergent evolution.
So I just decided to make this little thing because I'm getting sick and fucking tired of Okami, and it's bothering me. So we're gonna make a podcast. Screw all of you.
Wow.
All two of you. So here's my first topic of the night. Right, I saw two lesbians today.
Rap with me.
What?
I said rap with me.
Rap with me. No. Okay. So I saw two lesbians. Right.
Okay, wait. Before you continue, how do you know they were lesbians?
Because they were kissing each other in the hallways of school.
Listen, the weird thing is though, just the way I know of like straight girls, like, oh, this is my girlfriend. It's like they're fucking grabbing each other's tits, just giving each other the old 1-2 buckaroo. Like, I'm just saying, you don't know for sure.
No, I think I know for sure.
Oh, was she giving him a 3-4?
She was. No, they were like all kind of like doing the whole like thrusting upon one another thing.
Yeah, that's a 3-4.
Yep. Oh, I don't know these
fitted
things.
in my door.
No. The point is, I could tell, and I see them, and like it's like the number 42. How you see 42 everywhere.
Yes, and you don't need to fucking yell.
And you don't. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah. Okay, I'm a loud person. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you know how you see the number 42, and like after you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or like maybe you saw it, maybe you played it, whatever.
Right.
You started seeing the number 42 way more often, and it was like, whoa, that's everywhere. Well, it kind of turned into that. When I noticed that they were lesbians, right? And this is like months ago that I realized that they were lesbians. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know these people. I never knew them. I know that one of them I thought was really cute, and then that's just my own problem because every girl I like is apparently a lesbian. We've been over this.
You make them gay.
Oh, that's a hurt.
It's not my fault. I'm sorry.
And so
you just have to be a bigger lesbian.
Anyway, I thought one of them was cute, and I noticed like, oh, that girl I think is cute is now making out with another girl in the middle of the hallway.
That's even cuter.
So yeah, well, it was, but it was like, it's like, well, no, that's not game anymore.
I mean, you don't know that she's.
Well, she could be bi. Exactly. That is an option. So
it's an option.
But like,
great wording.
But I mean, like, okay, so I see these two now after realizing that, like after seeing that and noticing that, I see them.
There's lesbians everywhere.
No, just those two.
Oh, okay. You just see
those two lesbians. I see them everywhere in the school
because your mind has made them. Your mind has made them out to be more important.
Yeah, so. Yeah. For some fuck all reason.
For some.
And like, reason. I realized something.
You want to fight them?
That and
yes.
I realized that I've never seen like a pair of homosexuals together.
Yeah.
I realized that. Like, I've seen people who are homosexual. Of course.
I was joking earlier. It's like, girls can be really affectionate. They're basically just rubbing each other's assholes. But if any dudes, like, so much as hug, like, too gay somehow.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, okay.
Whoa, dude, back off. No homo. Stop it, though. See, that's
you
where
my
asshole
later.
See, that's where my friends and I, that's where we, like, we turn that around on its head in society. Because my friends and I, my friend group that I have, we're constantly up on each other and like hugging and like getting so close to each other's faces and like making everyone else around us socially awkward. And like we're just like, yeah, we do this all the time.
How do you know those two lesbians aren't doing the same thing?
But I doubt it. I've never kissed my friends, let alone make out with them and thrust upon them.
You are not putting in enough
or
effort.
what do you call it, the 3-2 or something like that?
The 3-4 fitted in my door.
Yeah, that. See, I don't do that, but I'm pretty sure they're lesbians. But my point being is, okay, this is what I was getting into. I got into this conversation with one of my friends at lunch, who's pretty open to a lot of ideas, and I was like, what if it's the matter that you don't see them so often, and it's like, you know how you never really want it to be like a head turner, really?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be a normal concept.
Of course.
But it's such a, I realize, like, it's such a hidden concept because society has sort of like
made it a bad thing.
Yeah, they've almost made it a bad thing, and at the same time they've normalized it so much so that it almost seems artificial at this point.
Oh, actually, yeah, I kind of know.
Like it's weirdly artificial.
Like they're just like we're just trained to think they're doing it for attention.
Yeah, well, kind of, but I feel like it's just you know the thing where it's like it's the same thing of don't be a racist, and so people don't be racist.
Yeah, good advice.
It's like it's the same thing. Well, don't treat homosexuals differently compared to you. So it's that whole. It's almost switched in with color blindness, except it's gay blindness. So rainbow.
You can see so much colorblind.
It's exactly.
I can't see shit.
Exactly. You can't see anything. Society hides everything from us. That's the main point.
Damn. That's fucking deep, bro.
But yeah, that's what I learned. I was like, oh my god. And so I realized why I was noticing them so much, because at first it was like, oh well, it was just a cute girl who ended up being gay. Mm-hmm. Like that didn't bother me at first, and it never usually does because it happens too damn often. But like this certain instance where I was constantly seeing them together, it was so bizarre to me because I had never actually seen it. And I know it makes me sound really sheltered and cliche and like bullshitty, but it was just my brain, like not me per se, but my brain like made me focus on that because it was such
it was a new thing to me.
It was a new thing to me. I'd never seen two people of the same gender, homosexuals, together.
You just said gay. Homosexual sounds very
white. Yeah.
Okay.
as I touch your teeth, but like I don't know. It was just a weird concept that I like never realized was going through my head up until today. Also, I should mention I watched the Shitpost podcast with JonTron in it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've seen that or heard any drama regarding JonTron.
I mean, I've heard of drama regarding him, yes, but not specifically related to any
podcast. There was a podcast that he was a part of that I'm still listening to because it's 5 hours long. And he and like these two other guys just ranting about a bunch of stuff. It's an interesting podcast. I think you should watch it. I won't explain any of the contents because it's pretty controversial, obviously, due to what JonTron's going through right now. But it's a really, like, I don't know. It was just an interesting concept. It's making me think. The whole podcast, like, made me. I didn't agree with everything they said, and like, I disagreed with a lot of what they said. Agreed, all that, and like, it forces me to think more. Think about my surroundings and think about the way I'm acting about things and the way that I'm reacting to other people. And like, also I should mention that I'm sorry, you'll get your turn to talk.
I don't have much to say at the moment, but yeah, go ahead.
But lately regarding, and I know I'm about to get really political, but like the recent events and things like that, for example, right now it's the Muslim ban. It's getting a lot of people to go like sword at sword. That's not the saying at all, is it? So, fisticuffs. Everyone's like, everyone's ready to fight. Fight each other.
Yeah.
It's basically like a verbal civil war going on in America right now, and
that was the way less interesting Avengers movie, by the way. Round table. We are gonna talk this out. No superpowers.
No superpowers. Get your suits on.
Cool. Wear the suit anyway. Hulk, get pissed. Come on. You're gonna be typing some angry comments, motherfucker.
But so it's turned into this whole like negative thing, and I've been
Right.
posting a lot about it on Facebook because I don't know, I like to express myself on social media. Perhaps that's what it's for. But I just
Yep.
you know I want to express myself, and so the only thing I can do is say like, oh man, I'm feeling like shit. You know, I'm feeling down. Like not.
Well,
doing
I
good.
get that because it's like it's really hard to strike a balance of like I want to stay informed about all this like terrible shit, but at the same time I'm pretty sure I'm developing depression at this point.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I've been going through for like the past 2 weeks. I've been going.
It's like
I
every
was
day,
even
it's
thinking
like-
about getting rid of Twitter and Facebook, and
You probably take a break for a while. I don't blame you because it's like every time I open up Twitter, I know it's like I'm gonna end up depressed, but I have to. But it's like this is how I see half my comic updates and like
yeah, exactly.
there is nice things in
exactly.
there.
And then you realize like, oh, well, I'll just mute them for a while, and you know, I'll unmute them when I get back to them. But then you realize the people that you focus on the most are for some reason like updating themselves on politics. Like I've known people who create separate Twitter accounts specifically for their political tweets.
Sure.
And like I like that idea because that way I don't have to hear your opinion too often. And even people I really love, sometimes I just don't care and I don't want to hear what you have to say. I want to deal with my own stuff on my own.
I get that, and for me,
Not to be ignorant.
Sure,
I just,
sure.
Like
for me, it's just so goddamn stressful.
it is. It's really stressful, and
I
it
am
weighs
doing-
down on me.
Like I am trying to do my part where I can, of course.
Yeah.
I am just. It's just a lot to take in.
I know it's a heavy topic. I know I brought it up. I said sorry before I was
Anyway, let's talk
before I
about
did it.
abortion next.
Yeah, let's talk about even more
How many
controversial
babies
shit.
have you aborted personally?
Personally?
Yeah. They don't have to be your own. It could be other people's too. Just strangers.
Well,
Surprise
there was this
abortion.
one lady. What's the is it Japanese thing? The thing where you do this?
Finger bang?
No.
You were doing a straight finger bang there, buddy.
No, like you sneak up behind someone and you just butthole.
Doing
like-
a Naruto thing with your hands, like putting two
Yeah.
pointer fingers together and then thrusting upward.
That's actually a thing.
Yeah,
That's a real thing.
I'm
And
pretty
like
sure it's called thrust butthole. I don't know.
that's yeah. Just imagine doing that, and that would. Anyway, let's get off that topic.
Get out of that topic almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's climb out of that topic.
Oh
Man.
nasty.
And then so another thing I want to talk about that's totally different from
Hit me,
pretty
baby.
much the entirety of the last 12, 13 minutes that's been going on.
Give or take.
Let's talk about what we plan on doing in the future creatively.
Oh,
Because I have a few
Girl.
plans. I know you have a lot of plans going on right now.
I have specifically at least one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the cake here and let you go off on yours first, and then I'll talk about mine.
Girl, okay. All right. Well, the main thing I'm working on is basically technically a sequel to the last comic I was doing, which was Cat Comics, and the new one I'm doing is Key to the Future's Fate, if I can say it right. And basically, I'm describing it as a all ages solar punk comedy comic.
Yeah, because you've been really into solar punk lately.
Oh, dude, I have the hugest boner for solar punk.
Sweet.
Like, my background, if you have noticed, is a very awesome ass solar punk image, and I just have so many art references. I've been practicing for the past few months on it.
quickly do something.
Okay. Do you want? What? He's going over to my laptop. He's looking at my Discord. He's I think he's gonna add himself as a friend.
Yeah, because you haven't taken my.
Oh,
Fucking-
didn't I? Oh, check the pending ones. Check the pending. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I'm trying. Okay. I thought I did. I'm sorry.
What? Oh, I don't know my 4-digit number. Screw that.
Cole, edit this out.
Not editing it out.
Okay, that's fine. Is there really a lot of thrust? Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Anywho, back to the subject matter at hand. Cole, and we're back.
Edit this in. Anyway, yeah.
6 years from now when we actually post the podcast.
Well, when you post it.
That's my job.
Yeah. You're the one that has such an anti-boner about editing all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to do things when you're in high school.
Yeah, you should stop that. Just drop out.
You just
give up on your dreams. Fuck life.
Screw it all. So we got, we covered your keys to Future's Fate.
I vaguely talked about it, yes.
Yeah. So we covered that. Mm-hmm. My next project.
Barely give me any time. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay.
So my next project is actually
way better than yours.
Yeah, way better. Mine is a video series.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. What I'm doing right now is called an ARG. I don't know if you know what that is.
ARG?
Well, it involves ARG, yes.
I don't know what... No, I just said it. That's the abbreviation. What is it?
So, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like having hints in the real world as to what it truly is, if that makes any sense.
Is this some Matrix shit?
Kind of. But it's basically like a storyline that involves a character. For example, usually it's used in blogging, like vlogging and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they make up this character. They start vlogging about stuff, and then that character has their arcs, and it's an actual story. But it's not ever explicitly said that it's a story.
Oh, so they're just playing it in character.
They're playing a character, yeah.
Okay.
And they're pretending it's like pretending that the vlogging is real life and it's actually happening.
I get you. I've seen those. Yep.
In reality, they're like talking about how a ghost fingered their butthole, but it's like, I'm kind of doing one of those, and I'm trying to implement my real life stories into it at the same time making a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, it's posted. It's actually not posted on my channel. It's not posted on Goopycast.
Why not?
Because it is a separate series with a separate person who is not me. And the first episode is called... Well, of course,
it's somebody else.
Yeah, the first episode is called Brittany Broke Up With Me. And it's... I tried as hard as I could to make it look as natural as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, nothing the first time is not flawed.
Sure.
And I, got super... reading a script kind of almost, it looked like it.
Mm-hmm.
It was also bad acting, but hopefully I get better through it in the future.
Hopefully.
But it's really simple. It's like a 50-minute video or 50-second video.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's like 50 seconds. It's nothing. It's almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to implement as much as I could into it, as much story as I could.
Sure.
Into 50 seconds, which is incredibly hard, but
that's 6 vines.
Yeah, and for this,
mm-hmm.
I have a notebook in which I've already written the full of the entire story, and I'm actually in a web design class right now, and I'm going to buy a small website for a temporary amount of time where people can go and they can find information on certain blanks or things that I might mention
mm-hmm.
In the video, or might be referenced in the video in the background or something like that.
Sure.
Weave through the story, and that way they can find more information on what I'm talking about. I don't know if you've ever seen Cloverfield.
I know about it, yeah.
Cloverfield and Cloverfield Lane 10 or 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Those have an ARG. They have a real website.
Oh, yeah. It's treated like it's actually real for real.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm going for. That is called the ARG. It's it's augmented reality. Something.
Grandma.
Yeah, augmented reality grandma. And it's a really interesting concept that I've always wanted to try. But that's my new series. But on with you and your keys to the future's fate.
I mean, the main thing is that I'm trying to apply. I've been reading a lot about making comics and just storytelling in general, and I've been just trying to, get better at that and be all prepared for this one, because This is a story that's been on my mind for like almost 8 years now, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
And God, it's changed so much, but I love it so much, and I'm gonna be so proud of it when I release it, and it's gonna be good, and people will laugh because it's funny.
It's not funny. None of it's gonna be good, and it's all gonna be the worst comic you've ever made.
Listen, that's the thought that I'm having.
Everything is going to go wrong.
Yeah, but that's how you learn. That's the fun part.
You've been so focused on your alien.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen you draw that alien at least 1,000 different times.
You mean Luca, probably?
Yes, Luca.
Yeah, she's cute.
I need to remember it because Luca from Luca
from Final Fantasy X.
Yes.
I swear to God, I wasn't thinking. Luca Goers.
Yes, the Luca Goers. You weren't thinking of Final Fantasy X?
No, I swear to God, I was not. When I thought of the name, I just thought I don't remember exactly when I came up with it. I just know that the Luca from Final Fantasy was not what inspired it, because Luca didn't even come. That wasn't like a name they pulled out of their ass for Final Fantasy X. That's a real name.
No, of course they made it up. It's Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is attributed to everything in this world.
I mean, for me, it is my God and my Jesus.
It is kind of my God and Jesus because I play 14 and I have currently almost 400 hours. I think I'm at 350.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm at 350 hours. And
what the fuck do you do for 350 hours in that game?
You grind for birds and ponies. You also
birds.
That's
my dream.
So let me explain MMOs. Right.
Oh, it's gonna take a while.
So massively online multiplayer. You got all that. You know that. So it's an MMORPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically, I don't know if you ever played 12.
Yeah, I love 12.
You've played 12. Okay, it's kind of like 12's gameplay, except not really. It's hard to explain.
They always change up the battle system.
Yeah. It's kind of like Final Fantasy 12's battle system. You have actions to use, and then there's a global cooldown, like that you use one action, and then like every single other action cools down for like 3 seconds.
Okay.
And then you have your actual cooldown actions, where like you use them and then it takes like a minute to recool or cool down. Anyway, so you have these things called raids, right? Where you have 8 players.
Yeah, I know what a raid is.
Yeah. First of all, I play healer. I'm a scholar, which is a healing class.
Really?
And,
it's not white mage? Or is it like...
No,
there's different
mage.
steps. Yeah,
there is white mage, but there's different kinds of healers.
Okay.
Like there's astrologian, there's scholar, and then there's white mage. Those are the 3 healers. I could rattle off all the jobs and few classes, but rather not.
Is there a necromancer?
No.
Disappointed.
There should be. There is a necromancer in Bravely Second, though.
Yeah, that's why that game is good, probably. I still haven't played it, but I will.
You've played the first one.
Yeah. It was one of my favorite games.
Still haven't played the second one. Guess what you're getting for your birthday.
Bitch, if you get me that for my birthday,
Ooh.
I will fucking, like, I don't know, high-five you or something. I'll slap your hand.
I mean, the same. Yeah. Anyway, so... What I mean with grinding birds and ponies is in certain raids first.
I know what you mean by grinding birds and ponies.
Yes. So what I mean by that is
grinding them
there's extreme raids, which is like the highest difficulty there are for a trial.
Mm-hmm.
The trials are like fighting these big boss creatures called primals, basically the summons, like Ifrit and Garuda.
Garuda.
Yeah. All them. All them peoples, and Shiva, you know these things, you know these people.
I know of a Final Fantasy or 2.
Anyway, so you fight these bosses, and there's an extreme. There's normal mode. There's hard mode, and then there's extreme. Extreme.
Very 90s.
Yeah, extreme. When you beat extreme primals, you have a chance to have a bird mount, like something you can ride.
Nice.
And or a pony mount that you can ride to drop. Year 1 has ponies, year 2 has birds. So I think it was a couple nights ago, I put up a party finder, which is like you globally look for people who want to fight
The raids and
primals,
whatnot, yeah.
fight primals, do dungeons, do raids, stuff like that.
Of course.
You basically just recruit people, and I was doing a farm party finder, which is like you just farm the same thing over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And we fought Garuda, which is the wind summon, or wind elemental summon.
I'll take your word for it.
And with her, you get the green pony, which is just a green horse essentially made of ether. And
just a horse made of ether.
Yeah, it looks like a horse made of ether.
It's badass.
Well, there's different colors of horses depending on which primal you're fighting, but for Garuda it was the green. Anyway, so I had never gotten or grinded for these ponies and or birds, and it was my first time, and I was like super nervous because I'd never even fought Garuda Extreme. Like, this is supposed to be a hard boss. So I find this tank who's really nice, right? And she's like, okay, you do this, and this, and I'm like, okay, that sounds easy. We just beat Garuda in like maybe a solid 2 minutes.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, I could do this. And then she's like, okay, requeue, and we did it like 1,000 times, and I didn't get a bird mount, or I didn't get a pony mount at all.
But you did find a wife.
No.
You don't know that yet.
She didn't even friend me.
Oh.
But it was cross-world, so I don't think she could. I don't know if you can anymore, but or if you can at all. But that's what I was doing, and everyone else got a pony except me. And usually if you're kind, you stay even after you get your pony to help them grind. But most people just got their pony and were like, all right, see ya, cunt. I'm done with you. And
see ya, cunt.
Yeah. And so anyway, that was my long ass explanation as to what grinding for a pony and a bird means.
You could use it as slang for something though too, probably.
Grinding the pony and a bird.
I'm pretty sure that was part of the Cat Dog theme song somewhere. Hey kids, remember Cat Dog?
Oh boy, what's that on your Discord?
Bean. Shh! Don't say that. Don't say what that is.
Oh, okay.
This is a private group for friends.
Well, I said Beaner, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's a very racist group.
No, isn't that our specs? I thought that was the.
Why are you just throwing around racial epithets?
Oh, that reminds me. So
that's always a good conversation.
We've already hit the pretty hard points here. Let's keep it going.
The N-word. That reminds me.
So I have this friend, right, who I recently made friends with this dude. His name is Blank, right?
Okay.
And
if you don't say the last name, it's all that matters.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got this friend named Brandon. He has one hand, right? Like he's missing his left hand.
Okay.
And I remember the first few months I knew him, he always kept his left hand in his sweatshirt pocket.
Oh, so he doesn't show it off, right?
No, he never. Of
course.
And so I would occasionally just screw with him and be like, "Hey, what up?" And I would take his arm and I'd try to pull it out of his shirt, but he would
really screwing with him. It's just kind of, hey, let me see your gross knot hand.
No, I didn't know. Okay, but I didn't know he only had one hand.
Oh, this was before that. Okay.
Oh yeah, even. And so I knew this dude for maybe a month or two, and one of his friend who is also my good friend Tyler, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey dude, I don't think you should be doing that anymore." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "You know he only has one hand, right?" I'm like, bullshit. And so I do it for another day or two, and then I come back, and then I come to the realization oh my god, I've never seen him take his hand out of a shirt. So he sits at our lunch table, and I finally I looked at him and I'm like, "Brandon, you spick." Because he's Mexican.
Okay.
So we call him. I know it sounds horrible, but we call him
if you're
Spick.
in friend group, it's like, okay,
yeah, we call him Spick Boy.
Oh, that makes it better.
I call him that in front of our teachers sometimes. He doesn't.
It's his
care.
last name. It's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh wait, now edit that out.
So I was like, hey man, look, do you have one hand? And he's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that to you. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I really don't care. I'm like, sweet. And
I'm gonna do it more.
So that's what we did.
Oh god.
So my friends and I, now whenever he's around, it's getting so old now, but like I remember way back, we would make so much fun. Oh, excuse me. We would make so much fun of how much he only had one hand, and he would just play along with it, and he'd be he's such a good sport about it.
I hope.
It was recently that we started making the joke that he's because he's disabled, right? By technicality, he's disabled. He only has one hand.
Sure.
And so we're like, okay, look, I don't know why the teacher is making you write any essays. You have one hand. He's like, yeah, what the hell? Why is she only making me like, that's like asking me to cut paper. I only have one hand. How can I use scissors with one hand? And we're like, but you can use scissors with one hand. And he's like, no, I can't. I can't use. I'm disabled. I can only use one hand. So he's like one of those people. He's basically just a shit poster. So he basically just makes fun of himself on a constant basis for only having one hand. The best dude in the world. Guys, if you're ever missing a limb and or any part of your body, including a penis, then you should just consistently, if you consistently like be a good sport about it and just make fun of yourself for it and like play along with the jokes, trust me, you'll make yourself an 80% like more enjoyable person to be around if you just don't get triggered at people about it. Like, it's so much more fun to just make fun of yourself for it. Unless you have like low self-esteem. In that case, I don't recommend it.
If you have depression, I mean,
yeah, I don't recommend it in that case. That just seems self-deprecating. But
if you're suicidal, maybe
maybe inch away from that. But he's like the best sport in the world. I've been actually getting away from the one-hand jokes because I've been like, this is getting kind of shallow. Like, it's only just one hand. It's just a one-handed dude, and I'm just like making one-hand jokes. Like, I could be making way better jokes. Yeah. And like, that's how my friend group mindset works. It's like, we could be doing so many better jokes, but we're terrible at making jokes. Just look through our group chat. It's horrendous. So,
it's the best kind of friend group. Yeah.
It's terrible. But so I was like, okay, I'll just stop making hand jokes. What do? I make fun of him just for some random garbage. I don't know. I think he like was making fun of like how this one girl looked really nice, and he was or not making fun of. He was like admiring this one girl.
Stop it being attracted to people, you bitch.
Yeah, and he was talking about how like this girl had this nice ass, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh wow, she's got really nice, and I'm like, yeah. Isn't that so? And I just look back down, and he's like, but I could never tap that. I only have one hand. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get away from those jokes.
He just pulls you back in with his one hand.
Dude, how can he do it? He only has one hand. And that's like our main argument now for why he doesn't do his homework. How can I do my homework? I only have one hand.
To be fair, though, is it actually his writing hand?
No, it's not. It's his. No, it is. It is.
Yeah, I should hope
it's his writing. Or wait, which one do you mean? Do you mean the missing one? The missing one is his.
The
left
one
hand.
He has.
Oh, the one he has is his writing hand. It's his dominant hand.
Okay,
it has to be.
I mean, yeah.
I assume he had to train himself, even if. Assuming
if he was left-handed, yeah, probably.
Yeah, he probably had to. I've heard of people being ambidextrous. Before just by training themselves.
That's something you can make fun of him for. Hey, you'll never be ambidextrous.
At least I could be ambidextrous. So yeah, that was my. I don't know why he was on my mind, but it was because we said Spick, and I was
because you said it.
Yeah, because we call him Spick Boy. Oh man, but ugh. So, I don't know. What else is there to talk about? What's been going on?
What has been... Well, a lot of things.
Oh my god, too much. Except we have a solid, 20 minutes to talk about whatever we want. So,
that's assuming that I want to talk. Maybe I don't want to talk. Maybe I want to go home.
You are home.
Fuck. What was that?
I don't know.
Was that your phone?
What was...
A wild Gabe has appeared.
Oh! Hey Gabe, what's up?
I don't know.
Why are you alone?
Yes.
Why are you alone?
When am I not alone?
I was gonna say.
Well, I guess I just forgot that Discord was on, and you were in my pocket when I was. I'm actually recording. I'm recording a podcast right now.
Amusing.
Yeah, and you were in my pocket, and then you said, "Oh," and then my pocket made a noise. So here we are.
Amusing.
It was amusing. It was quite amusing. We just got done. Talking about Spick Boy.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wasn't expecting this. I'm gonna.
Surprise guest.
Yeah, surprise guest Gaben is here. Probably can't even be heard on the mic. Don't worry, Gabe.
What's it like having an 8-inch penis?
Feels terrible.
Mine's bigger. Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. Or you. Yeah. Are you multiple
Of
people?
course.
Are you multiple people, sir?
Occasionally.
Oh,
Been there.
this is going down the drain. Gabe, tomorrow night we're gonna be grinding for ponies.
Oh. Okay.
Because I was trying to grind for Garuda, and a bunch of these people in Party Finder were like trying to help me get it, and then I was just like, no, and they didn't want to give me the pony, so they all just left, and I felt bad.
It's basically,
Fantastic.
it's basically like his everyday.
Yeah, pretty depressed. Also, I need my boxes, Gabe.
No boxes.
No boxes?
No box.
Okay, no boxes. That's fine.
I'm getting my own boxes.
Okay, sir, I'm leaving.
Tell him you love him.
Leave.
I love you, sir. Goodbye.
Bye.
God, you need
Okay.
to make out with him.
That's Gabe.
Is that his actual voice, or is he putting on a voice?
No, that was his voice.
Oh, okay.
He is actually, so Gabe is not in our school anymore.
He got banned.
Kind of. He got, essentially his grades got him kicked out of the school.
Oh.
And he ended up doing online classes, and then he ended up going to a different school.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really cool dude. I talk to him as much as I can over. Well, now it's Discord. We've all switched over to Discord as opposed to Steam now.
I thought you were gonna say Discord as opposed to Skype, but yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't use. I've never used Skype unless it's to talk to someone else. But obviously, I know that sounds weird, but
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I'm liking Discord way more than I'm liking Skype.
dude,
overall.
it is because it's,
way more
not
organized,
bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's that.
I mean, there's not a lot else to talk about other than. Ooh,
I feel like you were kind of going on a tangent.
Oh yeah. So Gabe, right? So he's homeschooled. He's a really cool dude to talk to, and he's
Great kisser.
I try to talk to him as much as I can. He and I go way back to like 8th grade or something like that. I think it was either 8th or 7th grade or something. And I remember the first game. I met him through my friend Kat.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay.
I want to say through my friend Kat. And because Kat and I used to play Portal 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kat introduced me to Gabe, and then I met Gabe at school after I met him on Steam.
Mm.
So that's how I met my friends.
It's always really cool when you actually end up meeting someone who lives like relatively close by.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I met him mutually through Kat,
Sure.
which I met in school, but like I never met Gabe until I talked to him online. So that was kind of neat to actually like get to see him and talk to him. And then when it came to like excuse me. How was the drive there? I don't know. Stop harassing me, Mom. So that's how I met him, and like, so what my friend group consists of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 people. Mm-hmm. Like my major friend group, the people I'm closest knit to, consists of like 4 people.
Right.
And these 4 people, which are Kat, Nathan, Jepson, and me.
That's like 8 more friends than I have.
Or Kat, Nathan,
Laugh at my self-depreciating joke, you whore.
Kat, Jepson, Gabe, and me.
Right.
You know Jepson.
Yes.
Vaguely, I'm sure.
Was he one of the butt boys?
He was.
Okay.
He was the one who was naked and also stood up in the middle of the night and stared at the mirror at himself, and I was all creeped out about it. Do you remember that?
I don't think you ever told me that, no.
Oh my god, I had to have, because like maybe you were gone. I don't know. But I remember like it was very clear on Anime Detour.
Yes.
During the hotel stay. It was like, it must have been 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. He got up. Jepson got up out of the bed. And he like walked over to the mirror. Like, you know how there's a table and a chair and then a mirror?
Yeah.
He walked up to the mirror, sat down in the chair, and just stared at it. And it creeped me out. And I'm like under the covers, right? Staring at him. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
This is how it starts, man.
Like I'm so tired because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just randomly woke up, and he's just doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like starting to get all like Shaggy conspiracy theory mode, and I'm like,
gotta get the fuck out of your school.
Dude, I remember you were right next to me. I was gonna shake you awake to like wake you up to be like, hey man, this is happening. and so I just watched him. I think it was for like a solid half hour. I just watched him stare at himself in the mirror, and like I was so worried that he was gonna see me staring at him in the mirror. And he knows this. I've told him this story like 100 times. Same with everyone else who was there, and you just see all you do. He's just staring at himself, and I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And like, so he gets up really slowly, starts moving back to the bed, stares at Xander. You know Xander, the one who's sleeping in his bed. He just stares at Xander, and like he does this for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh my god, is he fucking stealing Xander's soul? Like, what's happening? And then he finally laid down, and he sat down on the bed, mm-hmm. And I'm like, I finally gained the courage to be like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, oh my god, you scared me. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing?
Wow, Cole, what the hell, man? Why are you being so weird?
It was the most bizarre thing ever, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is happening? Like, what were you just doing? And he was like, oh, I was just staring at the mirror. I was like, why? And he's like, I don't know, I was just bored. I didn't have anything else to do.
That's what I do when I'm bored.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, you wake up and you think, I'm gonna go stare at a mirror. And like ever since then, all we ever do is, well, we talk about it every so often. I'll say, hey, remember that one time when you just stared at yourself in the mirror for like a fucking half hour? Oh man, and Xander remembers it too. He says he woke up, and he said it was really bizarre as well. And I
even
swear,
he didn't understand why he was doing it?
Yeah, like, oh my god. No, he just, I think his reasoning was he was just bored and he didn't have anything else to do and he couldn't go back to sleep. So he just stared in the mirror until he was tired.
Phone?
No. Or...
I feel like he
must
have.
That's it, that's what it was. He took out his PS Vita.
Mm-hmm.
At some point. I don't remember when he did, but he took it out. He looked at it for a little bit, touched some things on it, and put it back away. Like... nothing. He could not have played a game. He didn't do anything. It creeped me the fuck out. Speaking of which, we need to do that next year.
Just wake up at 3 a.m.
No.
That's my favorite hobby. I was hoping you would ask.
I was talking more or less about Anime Detour.
Oh, yeah.
We should do Anime Detour. Theoretically, we could do it now. We could do it this year. The other guys don't really want to this year.
No, that's fine. We
but
could just podcast ourselves buying
you-
tickets.
Hey, do you
No.
do you actually want to? I'm serious. Like, if you want to go, then we can go.
Oh, the problem is I'm already using up my vacation time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, we'll. I wasn't planning on it either. But if you want to go next year, we can totally go. I know I say this every year,
Boner.
but like, I don't know. I'll try to harass you some more next year.
Thanks.
So that we can, which will be late September, I think, which is when the tickets go on sale. Because first of all, we can actually get the hotel ourselves now. And then second of all, I can actually afford the tickets myself.
Oh yeah, and shit, you can drive us.
Yeah. Like, see, I'm all prepped and ready to go to Anime Detour next year.
I like when you say prepped and ready.
Yeah, oof. But like, if you want to go next year, you gotta let me know. I'm telling everyone, like like all the dudes that we had before. I'm like, hey guys, you want to go? We're gonna go. And at this point, we're kind of at the point of like, oh, fucking weebs. But like,
I had fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have fun really regardless. So it's more or less the convention itself. I think I had the second year I went with you guys. I think I had more fun hanging out with you guys than I did actually at the con itself.
I think part of it is that I also want to know ahead of time like what kind of stuff they're doing, because I mean it seems like there's always going to be good stuff no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's like things in particular where I'm like, oh shit, I definitely got to be there for that, then I mean, and plus I'm also trying to think of I do have some cosplays that I'd want to do.
Mm-hmm.
The main one I have in mind was Josh from World Ends With You. That one seems like it'd be pretty
Fuck
simple.
you, that was mine.
Okay, that's fine. I could be one of the other characters.
Actually, if anything, I'd end up...
I could be Beat. You could be Rhyme.
Ooh, that's hot. I'd
What?
love that. Nothing. I'd love to do that. But
I'd have to wear that hat you made.
yes, except you won't.
Fuck.
It's my hat.
It's my hat now when I am Beat.
Look here, buddy. This is my hat.
Okay, I'm
Anyway.
glad you crouch stood for that.
Crouch stood. Is that what you do when you crouch in a game?
Well, I don't know what that was. You weren't standing up, but you weren't crouched.
Oh! I was gonna look for
He's looking at my books like some sort of book whore. Like some sort of lemon stealing whore. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh no! You've not seen the lemon stealing whores.
No, I'm actually looking for your seekers.
Seekers?
Not seekers. I mean
Warriors?
Yeah, warriors.
My Warriors books are over here, dog.
Oh.
The other side of the room.
Hold on. I'll make it there.
You silly, silly girl. Don't I can show you that totally legal link online where they all are. Stop it.
I'm reading this one.
Yeah, he's reading the first Warriors book.
It's really good.
I like it.
I like the cats. Ooh, this is old.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's legit, bitch.
How old are these?
I'm pretty sure they're...
Like, you got them publication date?
No. There's first of all, the one you were holding was soft cover, so that's clearly a later edition. Unless you know nothing about books.
Wow, that was hot.
I'd like to think so.
Also, I was planning on making a skit as well. And
Okay.
especially since it seems we have a lot of time now.
That's debatable. When do you have to
That is
leave?
debatable. I was thinking about leaving around
7:30.
Leaving now. Just leave on my computer.
Just keep it recording and leave.
No, I was actually thinking about leaving around
Mid-noon.
probably 8:30 or so.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say on that subject. Other than that, I'm glad you guys were around for our rambling, more or less.
It was your rambling, bitch.
It was more or less.
Do you like to hear yourself talk, Cole?
I
you wanna
love to
suck
hear
your own
myself
dick?
talk. Especially how like echo exclusive your room is to me specifically. Like, it all just bounces right back to me.
It's the angle you're speaking at.
Exactly.
You're just aiming your words at the walls.
Yeah, so I get to hear myself a lot, and it's nice to hear myself talk. Anyway, so you were a terrible guest.
Thank you.
In the podcast that is probably only going to be you and me.
Yeah.
And
I'd love to do it again.
I'll
Can I suck my own dick?
No, probably not.